It's 3 a.m. You're staring at the ceiling. Your phone is face down beside you because you promised yourself you wouldn't check it. Your mind is doing that thing again, replaying a conversation from 2014. You think something is wrong with you, but the real answer is far stranger. You are not broken. You are ancient. For most of human history, sleep didn't look like this.
Nope.
It didn't look like 8 hours, lights off, one long, unbroken block. It looked like something else entirely. Something your body still remembers, even if your calendar doesn't. In the 1990s, a psychiatrist named Thomas Wehr ran an experiment. He took a group of people and removed artificial light from their evenings. No screens, no lamps, no streetlights leaking through the blinds. Just 14 hours of darkness a night, the way it would have been before electricity existed. What happened next surprised almost everyone. The participants didn't sleep for 8 straight hours.
Nope.
They fell asleep for about 4 hours, woke up for 1 to 3 hours in the middle of the night, and then fell back asleep for another 4. Wehr called this biphasic sleep.
Right.
2 sleeps, split by a quiet window in between. And here's the strange part. The people in the study didn't panic during that waking window. They didn't reach for a screen because there wasn't one.
Nope.
They lay in a state researchers described as calm, almost meditative.
Inner peace.
Some of them said it felt like the most peaceful hour of their day. This wasn't an anomaly. It was a memory. Historian Roger Ekirch spent over a decade digging through pre-industrial diaries, court records, and medical texts. He found something remarkable. Hundreds of documents, spanning centuries, casually referring to a first sleep and a second sleep. Not as something unusual, as something obvious, as something everyone already knew. A physician in the 1500s recommends the best time to study is during the quiet hour between sleeps, when the mind is clear and undistracted. A French peasant's diary mentions waking after first sleep to check the animals, then returning to bed. None of these people are describing insomnia.
Nope.
They're describing a rhythm. Think about what that means. For most of human existence, waking up in the middle of the night wasn't a malfunction. It was Tuesday. So what changed? Light changed. Specifically, cheap, abundant, artificial light changed. Before gas lamps and electric bulbs, night was night. Darkness fell, and there was very little to do about it. Fire was expensive. Candles were expensive. So people went to bed shortly after sunset, woke naturally in the dead of night, stayed awake for a while in the dark, and slept again until dawn. That waking window wasn't wasted. People prayed, they talked, they had sex, they interpreted dreams while the details were still fresh, something modern sleep researchers now believe may have played a role in emotional processing. Historian Ekirch describes this period as a kind of nocturnal antechamber, a space between the conscious world and the unconscious one.
Right.
And people used it. Then came the 1800s. Gaslighting spread through cities. Streets stayed illuminated. Factories ran shifts through the night, and workers needed to be alert on a schedule that had nothing to do with sunrise or sunset.
Nada.
Sleep stopped being a biological rhythm and started being a scheduling problem.
We have a problem.
By the time Thomas Edison's light bulb became a household fixture in the early 1900s, the shift was almost complete.
Clack. This place sucks.
Sleep was compressed into a single block, squeezed to fit around a workday. The 2-sleep pattern didn't disappear because it stopped working.
Nope.
It disappeared because the world around it changed faster than the human body could. And your body never got the memo.
Nope. Nada.
This is why so many people wake up at 3 a.m. and immediately assume something is wrong. Your heart rate is normal. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. You are, in a very real sense, doing exactly what your ancestors did for tens of thousands of years. The only difference is, They had nowhere to direct that wakefulness except inward. And you have a phone glowing 6 inches from your face, offering 100 better places to put it. That's the real problem. Not the waking.
Nope.
What you do with it. Neuroscientists who study sleep architecture point out that a brief nighttime waking is a completely normal part of the human sleep cycle.
Is it?
Everyone drifts near the surface of consciousness multiple times a night, between cycles of deep and light sleep. Most people don't remember it. But if you're anxious, or if a phone screen jolts your brain with blue light and a hit of novelty, that brief surfacing can turn into a full, wide-awake 40-minute scroll session. The body wanted a quiet hour. You gave it a feed.
Psychologist Roger Broughton, one of the earlier researchers to challenge the assumption that consolidated 8-hour sleep is the only normal pattern, argued that treating every nighttime waking as a disorder may be doing more harm than the waking itself. The anxiety about being awake, he suggested, can be worse for you than simply being awake. So what would it look like to treat that hour the way your ancestors did? Not with panic.
Nope.
Not with a screen.
Nope.
Maybe with stillness. A few unlit minutes where your mind is allowed to wander without a task attached to it. No emails.
Nope.
No notifications.
Nope.
Just the dark and whatever your brain wants to do with it. It sounds almost impossible in a world engineered for constant stimulation. But it wasn't always this hard. For most of human history, this is what nighttime simply was. A rhythm, not a failure.
Nope.
A pause, not a problem.
Nope.
You were built for the dark, long before you were given a light switch. So tonight, when you wake at 3 a.m., and your first instinct is to reach for your phone, pause for a second. That instinct to be awake right now isn't new. It's the oldest thing about you. Your ancestors just knew what to do with it. And maybe, for one night, you can remember too.